Good afternoon, Rise Up Summit. Today is day two, and our next speaker, we have Kathy Larson, who is an author of the book Husky. Welcome, Kathy. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you today?
I am doing well. We've had some technical issues, but that does happen when you're doing a summit. But
Yes,
I'm ready to hear about your talk. You're going to be talking on Wild Water Golden Dreams today, correct?
that's right. Thank you.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Hi, my name is Kathy Larson. I'm a proud mother to three adult children and one granddaughter. I'm currently a caregiver. I've always been fascinated in holistic health and the power of healing. My profession was massage therapy. I had never thought about doing massage, but one day I had a dream that told me I needed to go to massage school. I ignored the dream, but then about 2 weeks later, I called the school and it was starting in 2 weeks. So, so it was just what I needed at the time. I was a single mother with three young children, and life was pretty stressful for me. In massage school, I gave massage and received massage. And it changed my life and my health in a big way, giving me direction and clarity into the world of healing. I started my own business and was working out of my home most of the time so I could be there for my children. I'm excited to share with you that I've recently published my first book titled Husky, a children's book. It is about gold mining in the wilderness with my father and my childhood dog, Husky, my beautiful connection to the wilderness, and the life force of the rivers that flowed within me, nourishing my soul, filling me with complete silence and light. I want to tell you about the smell and the sound of pine and damp. I want to tell you the smell of pine and damp earth, the sound of a shovel scraping against rock, and the sun glinting off gold nuggets shining in a gold pan. For most people, this is a scene from a movie, a piece of romanticized history. But for me, it's the smell, the sound, and the feeling of my childhood summers spent on our farm and gold mining in the wilderness with my family. Hiking up steep canyon mountains and finding lush green grass with rivers and lakes where berries grew and animals flourished. I remember the long, bumpy rides and the narrow dirt roads that led to the place to camp for the night. Packed into our old Ford truck with shovels and pans clanging in the back, holding on tight to the side rails of the truck with the smell of exhaust and dust filling the air. Turning my skin to a dusty brown color, excited to get to the river to wash it all away. As the town fell away, so did our normal lives. The screens disappeared, and my siblings and I would get lost in the rugged landscape in our underwater world. Our imaginations running wild with the stories my father told of the old timers who had come before us. The real magic began when we arrived. We'd set up camp by the river's edge or high upon the mountain, the air growing crisp and cool as the sun set behind the tall pines. The smell of the campfire would mix with the scent of the wild, and we'd fall asleep to the sounds of the river, the coyotes howling in the distance, the stars above, while we slept. Some of my fondest memories are of exploring the mountains with my family. It was during these trips that I learned a profound respect for the natural world, resilience, patience, and stillness. The winters taught me about the relentless power of nature. Huddling around a campfire to dry as the fierce storms would ease up, I was thankful for the warmth of the fire. My father had a business that was called Doc's Tree Service. He worked hard to provide for his family. He was a man of great values and morals, a visionary, believing that war was going to happen any day. He was planning for when the shit would hit the fan. He had a huge garden and always made sure friends had plenty to eat. My mother was a loving mother that cared about us deeply. She worked hard to make our house a home. Some of my earliest memories are my two older sisters and my two youngest brothers and I playing outside on our farm, building forts, climbing trees, rope swings, riding Lady, our Shetland pony, and swimming up the river near our home. I couldn't wait to kick off my shoes after school and head to the river. Life on the farm was a beautiful place to grow up. One day, my father said, "Let's go to the wilderness and learn to live off the land." We left the farm and the gossip of the town and never looked back. We followed my father, keeping up with his every step, reaching to the top of the tall canyon mountains was a sense of pride and accomplishment. Surviving was a challenge. It was learning about hard work, teaching me about resilience, endurance, but we were free and at peace. Together we formed a bond like a pack, spending days on the river, gold mining, swimming, and napping on the hot rocks in the warmth of the sun. With soothing sounds of nature. We wondered why people work all the time. Or I wondered why people worked all the time to have a week vacation when this was a vacation most of the time. And it is what people really needed to live a more free and simple life. The wilderness, we lived in the wilderness until the weather got too cold to bear. Then my father decided to bring us to Reno, Nevada, where we all got jobs in the casino. He wanted us to learn a skill in customer service. He was a security guard. My two older sisters and my two younger brothers and I became my two older sisters and I became waitresses. My younger brother was a food prep, and we all took turns watching my youngest brother while we worked. When winter was over, we would go back to the wilderness to gold mine. When I was 18, I moved away and lived with my two older sisters in Lake Tahoe. I was a waitress and got my GED with plans to join the Army. But I met my children's father and fell in love. I was 21 years old when I had my first child. I took some college classes over the years working on my generals. My experience of living in the wilderness taught me about hard work and perseverance, how to be free and to connect to the healing power of nature, and by disconnecting from the illusion that this is a normal way for humans to live. Through concrete and steel, to the noise and hustle, I go to my quiet place, to what is real, to the calling of the river. I see crystal clear. Now that I am an empty nester, I'm trying to get used to taking care of me. I have always had people to take care of in my life, and it is so different now. I decided to buy a self-contained van because I wanted to be free from all the bills and rent. I have enjoyed having more time and more money, as well as learning about me. It has opened doors I didn't realize were possible. That is how my book Husky came to life. One morning, I woke up and had a story in my mind. While still in bed, I wrote it down. I then recorded it and sent it to the publishing company. I also started up a YouTube channel, Van Living Free. I thought I would document the things I've been doing with my life that inspire me. As I found out, there was a lot I'm interested in, and that is how my YouTube channel began. I wanted my workouts to be in nature and be a gentle workout, starting with stretching, then weightlifting, cardio, followed by massage with the tennis ball. I started this exercise after my third child was born. I told myself to keep exercising for 1 year. When 1 year went by, I was so proud of myself for completing my goal. Over the years, I had used this exercise to stay fit. At the time, I had 3 young children and needed an exercise that would work into my busy schedule. Working out helped me to have the strength I needed after my adult children flew from the nest. It helped me to see my whole life and to realize that my children was leaving was another challenge in my life. I decided to rise above this challenge for myself and my adult children. They needed to be set free and to know that I am happy so they can be happy. I carry those memories with me, and they remind me that the greatest riches are the ones that can't be mined, but are found in nature and the warmth of family. Thank you. If you would like to purchase my children's book, Husky, or join my workout channel, the links are posted below. Thank you for tuning into the Rise Up Summit. Have a beautiful day.
Amazing, Kathy. This is Kathy's first time speaking in a summit.
Thank you.
And I want to give her a big shout out for facing her fears, coming on with me today and doing this. How do you feel, Kathy, now that you've done it?
Well, I wish I would have had, more time to study. I kind of, found your channel, and I've been doing so many things, and I've been putting this number one mostly, to do. And so it was just kind of a short notice for me. I wanted to, memorize the speech is what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I did it. And
you did it, and you wrote it from your heart.
Yes, I did. Very much.
And that's what counts.
Yes.
I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you, Michelle.
And you're no longer a newbie.
Yay! I'm glad I found your channel.
Oh, and I'm happy to have met you.
Yeah. And
so you feel better now?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to stop recording.